modulus and distance in the complex number. Okay. So what is the meaning of modulus? Modulus, simple definition is what? That it gives you, or we can say it represent the distance. Represent what? The distance between the origin and the complex number. Basically, what is the meaning of modulus? Modulus just gives us the distance, or we can say distance, length, or we can say magnitude. Okay, magnitude between the origin and that complex number, or we can say, or that complex point that we have plotted in the Argand plane. This whole discussion is going on the complex plane, or we can say Argand plane. So basically, if I try to draw my complex plane or Argand plane, what we will see here? Here we have to see things carefully. Okay, see. So this is my real axis, and this is our imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. Okay, see. This is our real axis and this is our imaginary axis. So if I want, okay, if I want you that z is equals to a plus iota b. So if I want the modulus of this complex number, so how we will tell? See, z is any complex number. If I plot here, let's say a comma b are two positive real numbers. Okay, a and b are what? A and b are two positive real numbers. Okay, means a comma b belongs to positive real numbers. As I told you previously that a is the real part and b is the imaginary part. B is the imaginary part because it is multiplied to iota. That's why we tell b as an imaginary part. But itself a and b will perfectly belongs to real number. Okay. So if I want the modulus of z, we will represent modulus as this modulus of z. So basically it will give me the magnitude, or we can say length, or we can say the distance. Okay, anything you tell, between what? Between the origin and the plotted complex number Okay, see. So this is our distance between origin and this a comma b. Okay, so this will give me the modulus of z. So now the question arises that how we will find out the distance between this origin and this plotted complex point a comma b. So origin to we already know 0 comma 0, 0 plus 0 iota. Okay, so now what is the distance between these 2 points? So these 2 points distance can be measured in a very easier manner. Just apply the distance formula, nothing else. See, under root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So this is what? A minus 0 whole square plus b minus 0 whole square is equals to what? Under root a square plus b square. So this under root of a square plus b square is what? Nothing but it is a modulus. Okay, it is a modulus, or we can say it basically gives us the distance between the origin and that point a comma b. Okay, so basically this is the whole concept behind the modulus. And now what is the meaning of distance? See, I have written here modulus of z. So I can also write the modulus of z as z minus 0. Yes, I can write. So z minus 0 modulus means what? It basically means how we will read it. We will read it like this. See, basically it is what? It is the distance. Okay, distance between complex number z and complex number 0. I am representing complex number as Cn. Okay, so z minus 0 modulus represents what? It represents the distance between complex number z and complex number 0. Okay, means it is not necessary. Okay, see, it is not necessary that it is always z minus 0. It can be any number. Complex number 1 minus complex number 2. Okay, so anything written in this format under modulus complex number 1 minus complex number 2, it means it is basically giving us the distance between that complex number 1 and that complex number 2. Means see, like here, what it is giving us the distance only, no distance between the origin and that complex number. Most of the students confuse. Okay, most of the students confused between modulus and distance. Okay, so modulus is another concept and distance is totally another concept. Don't mix it up. Okay. For example, if I draw here again the complex, for example, if I again draw the complex plane here and I try to show you that, see, it is our real axis. Okay, it is our real axis and it is our what? Imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. So if I try to, mark that, so if I try to plot one complex number here, let's say it is one complex number z1 and here it is one complex number z2. Now if I want to find out the distance between z1 and z2, so what will be the distance? The distance of z1 and z2 will be what? Simply this one. All can see z1 and z2 distance will be what? You just subtract z1 minus z2 and then take the modulus. This will give us the what? Distance. You can see that it is giving us the distance. Okay, now it is not means giving us the modulus. Modulus is simply, see, modulus is simply the distance between the origin and that complex number. Distance we can measure from any complex number to any complex number. Okay, so for example, okay, for example, if I tell you that to find out the distance between z1 is equals to 3 plus 2 iota and z2 is equals to 2 plus 3 iota. So how we will find out the distance? Just z1 minus z2 and then take the modulus. Nothing else. So z1 minus z2 is what? 3 minus 2, real part minus real part, imaginary part minus imaginary part. 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, and here 1 minus iota. 1 minus iota modulus. Now if I want to take, it is what? Under root 1 square plus 1 square means root 2 units. So root 2 units is what? The distance between z1 and z2. Okay, so this is the whole concept behind the distance. Now one thing I can show you that previously I have written modulus z as z minus 0. It means what? Z was what? Z is equals to, let's say, x plus iota by any complex number. So if I write here z means what? X plus iota y minus 0. So x plus iota y minus 0, I can write like this also, no? X minus 0 real part one side and complex part one side. So under modulus of x minus 0 plus iota y. So this is what? This is nothing but it is the what? Modulus. And we know that it is what? Under root x square plus y square. So under root x square plus y square is nothing but what? This is only the modulus z only, no? See, verified. Modulus of z minus 0, z is what? Let z be any complex number x plus iota y. So x plus iota y minus this another complex number 0 plus 0 iota. So here we have simplified and we have reached under root x square plus y square. Under root x square plus y square is what? Nothing but modulus of z. Under root x square plus y square we can write like this also, no? X minus 0 whole square plus y minus 0 whole square. So it is, so this is nothing but in the distance between the origin and the complex number. I hope this clarifies all your doubt between modulus and distance. Okay, means modulus is equals to distance in only one case, when my one of the complex number is 0, means we are measuring the distance, magnitude or length from the origin to that complex number. But distance we can always measure. Okay, distance is what? Distance always gives the magnitude, it gives the length. It will be any finite quantity, means any number we are getting in the distance. That's why we take the modulus here. Okay, modulus and distance are completely the different thing. Okay, z1 is 3 plus 2 iota, z2 is 2 plus 3 iota. If I want the distance, you just subtract one complex number to another complex number and just take the modulus. We will get the distance. Distance is what? Root 2 units between z1 and z2. So this was the whole concept between modulus and distance.